Beloved in the Seventh-day Adventist Church, beloved in the Seventh-day Adventist Church, this is a very urgent message, a very urgent message in relation to the Sunday Law President, Part 3, which is Donald Trump, the Sunday Law President. As we already know, his Vice President, Mike Pence, is a favorite of the moral majority. The moral majority are the people that are the Lord's Day Alliance and the favorites of the apostate Protestant world, Benny Hinn and T.D. Jakes and these first-day Christian people that don't know the true issue of the Sunday law at this time. They're the king of the north. They join with the king of the north, the papacy, to make the national Sunday law foremost in these last days. King of the South has already run through this country in a wild way with the moral falls of this nation with President Barack Obama, that just left office January 20, 2017. He brought in the homosexual agenda, Obama, with allowing homosexuals to get married nationwide, and the Supreme Court endorsing the homosexual agenda. He brought in the transgender rights. He brought in all types of immorality to this country, Obama. And now you see Donald Trump denying transgender people the right to have protection in public schools. We see a great sweep of local states that are mostly run by Republican lawmakers bringing back prayer in schools, kicking out homosexual protections, and the next move is to have a constitutional amendment to deny homosexuals of their rights. And the abortion agenda, brethren, the abortion agenda. While I disagree with abortion morally, the abortion agenda will bring on the Sunday law in a great force in these last days, the abortion agenda, beloved. Now look at this statement here, taken from this book here, called The Great Controversy, that illustrated this. And all these pictures here comes from Harvest Time Books out of Beersheba, Tennessee, $70 book. Here's a statement here by Sister White, starting page 41. Now, Revelation chapter 13 says that the second beast of Revelation 13, the lamb-like beast, the false prophet, Revelation chapter 16, endorses the threefold union, the mark of the beast, which is the fourth Sunday worship, which after its image of beast is formed, which is the apostate Protestant world and legal with the U.S. government. They endorse Sunday and fourth Sunday worship because of the miracles of the apostate Protestant world. Well, look at this statement here. Through the two great errors, the immortality of the soul and Sunday sacredness, Satan will bring the people under his deceptions. While the former lays the foundation of spiritualism, the latter creates a bond of sympathy with Rome. The Protestants of the United States will be foremost in stretching their hands across the gulf to grasp the hand of spiritualism. They will reach over the abyss to clasp hands with the Roman power. And under the influence of this threefold union, this country will follow the steps of Rome in trampling on the rights of conscience. As spiritualism more closely imitates the nominal Christianity of the day, it has greater power to deceive and ensnare. Satan himself is converted after the modern order of things. He will appear in the character of an angel of light. Through the agency of spiritualism, miracles will be wrought, the sick will be healed, and many undeniable wonders will be performed. And as the spiritual profess faith in the Bible and manifest respect for the institutions of the church, their work will be accepted as a manifestation of the divine power. The line of distinction between professed Christians and the ungodly is now hardly distinguishable. Church members love the world, loves and are ready to join with them. And Satan determines to unite them in one body, and thus strengthen his cause by sweeping all into the ranks of spiritualists. And papists who boast of miracles as a certain sign of the true church will be readily deceived by this wonder-working power. And Protestants, having cast away the shield of truth, will also be deluded. Papists, Protestants, and worldlings will accept the form of godliness without the power. They will see in this union a grand movement for the conversion of the world and the ushering in of the long-expected millennium. Beloved in the Seventh-day Adventist Church, President Donald Trump and the Vice President Mike Pence Mike Pence is an evangelical Catholic, okay? And Donald Trump is an apostate Protestant, okay? And he's trying to please the apostate Protestant world. He's trying to unite the church with the state through the school system, beloved. He's trying to give all private home schools and church schools government grants to practice their schools so that they can be united more with the church and the state. I just saw the president of Oakland University, Dr. Leslie Pollard, at the White House, getting billions of dollars from with other black college presidents, HBCUs, getting billions of dollars for HBCUs. Beloved, the Seventh-day Adventist Church, through the auspices of some of these HBCUs and other colleges, will receive these funds and will reject a lot of truth that we as Seventh-day Adventists teach, beloved. It is dangerous to receive these government funds. Sister White tells us in Testimony Church Volume 6 that we are not to receive government aid in our schools, beloved. We've got a message to teach, the third angel message to teach that separates us from the world. Also, Donald Trump, the reason why they elected him is because he's a businessman. He's a businessman. He knows how to run business. He had some failures in the past. Yes, he became bankrupt, but he got himself out of bankruptcy and became very wealthy again. And a lot of hotels are run by him and owned by him. A lot of casinos are run and owned by him. And they think that he can fix our economic crisis in this country. That's why they elected Donald Trump as our president. Well, look here what this book here says. This is Testimonies to the Church, Volume 9. Testimonies to the Church, Volume 9, by Sister White. Testimony to the Church, Volume 9, beloved. Look what Sister White says in this book right here, page 13. Now, the last book I read in Great Contrast is a chapter called The Impending Conflict. There are not many, even among educators and statesmen, who comprehend the causes that underlie the present state of society. Those who hold the reins of government are not able to solve the problem of moral corruption, poverty, pauperism, and increasing crime. They are struggling in vain to place business operations on a more secure basis. If men would give more heed to the teaching of God's word, they'll find a solution of the problems that perplex them. The scriptures describe the condition of the world just before Christ's second coming. Of the men who by robbery and extortion are amassing great riches, it is written, ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. That's found in James chapter 5, by the way. You hold the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud. Crieth, and the cries of them have reaped are entered into the ears, Lord of Sabaoth. You have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanting. You have nourished your hearts, as in the day of slaughter. You have condemned and killed the just, and he doth not resist you. But who reads the warnings given by the fast fulfilling signs of the times? What impression is made upon worldlings? What change is seen in their attitude? No more than was seen in the attitude of the inhabitants of the Noetian world, absorbed in worldliness, absorbed in worldly business and pleasure. The antediluvians knew not until the flood came and took them all away. They had heaven-sent warnings, but they refused to listen. And today the world, utterly regardless of the warning voice of God, is hurrying on to eternal ruin. The world is stirred with the spirit of war. The prophecies of the 11th chapter of Daniel has nearly reached its complete fulfillment. Soon the scenes of trouble spoken of in the prophecies will take place. Behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth it abroad the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Beloved in the Seventh-day Adventist Church, this is very earnest counsel to us in these last days. People like Donald Trump, who's a businessman and a statesman, now the president of our country, is trying to bring our country up on more secure economic bases. And we see the reaction now of Wall Street to him declaring certain things on the State of the Union. Beloved, he cannot secure our economy on a more secure basis. This economy is going to fail. It's going to utterly fail. The Sunday law is going to be a reaction to the economic crisis of this country and the moral falls of this country and the natural disaster of this country. They're going to blame Seventh-day Adventists for the moral falls of this country the economic crises of this country and the natural disasters in this country, beloved. That's what they're going to do. They're going to blame Seventh-day Adventist Christians for all these things. Every earthly support is going to be cut off because of our firm stance against the mark of the beast, enforcing their worship and its image to the beast, the apostate Protestant world, and league with the state. And the papacy, which is the first piece of Revelation chapter 13, the leopard-like beast, which have the feet of a bear, which is Medo-Persia, the leopard-like, which is Greece, educational system, and the mouth of a lion, Babylon, which is a persecuting power. Beloved in the Southern Adventist Church, the lamb-like beast of America is going to join forces with papacy and pass the national census law, and they're going to do it to secure the economic and the temporal prosperity of this nation. And every earthly support is going to be cut off from Seventh-day Adventists. They're not going to buy and sell, and eventually there's going to be a universal death decree signed in these last days, beloved. We need to be ready for God. We need to be on our knees praying. We need to be putting away sin, because it's coming a time, beloved, when we're not going to have an intercessor. We're not going to have a mediator. When that time comes, when Jesus Christ leaves the most holy place of the heavenly sanctuary, according to Daniel 12:1, and at that time Michael shall stand up, the great prince will stand in for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. Daniel 12:1, beloved. That is the time that's coming very soon. Sister White speaks to that time in Selected Messages, Book 1, when she says that the wild music in our churches is being played will be played just before the close of probation. We see it in our churches on Friday night at Oakwood University Church during AYS. We see the half-naked woman on the pulpit, the effeminate men up there, shaking the girls shaking their behind up there, the effeminate men dancing with them, and the sensual, sexual, licentious music being played. We see the makeup, mascara these girls are wearing, the earrings these girls are wearing. We see all these things, and it's a sign that probation is getting ready to close, beloved. And it is getting ready to close. We need to be ready for these last days. We need to have our lamps trimmed and burning. We need to be reading our Bible and our spirit of prophecy. And we need to put away sin, beloved. I cannot say it more. God bless you, Maranatha.